there is people all around the world, they are suspecting very much that the coronavirus is not something that just like a disease just happened. It's man-made designed disease by, some people say, the communists, some people say the New World Order, the Freemasons, all kinds of different organizations. And what about that? If that's true, so what we're going to do about it, right? So some people, they say we just have to be aware of that. Just everybody have to know that it is not just by happen to be. It is very directed. Somebody said, I heard someone saying biological terrorism, global terrorism,
it is.
All kinds of different definitions.
Sure.
And okay, so
Bioweapon.
there is definitely a strong
Foundation reality.
there is a strong
Everything does.
a strong reason to say those things. Okay, it's not out of the world, as they say. Okay, there is a reason to say those things. But my question about all of those theories, doesn't matter who do you blame, communist or New World Order or Freeman, whatever it is, whoever it is that you're blaming, now what? Now what? What do you do with it? What do you do with it? So it was, let's say that or something else is man-made. So now what? What do you do about it? Okay, so let's to because that subject right now is very touchy for many people. Let's speak about something that more kind of relaxed right now. People are not so worried about it. Most of the people, that is comparable. Yeah, computer virus. Okay, let's compare between that virus, biological virus, to computer virus. Computer virus, everybody knows that it's man-made. Obviously, there is bugs that is like just a mistake, but a virus by definition is man-made. So there is all kinds of viruses that goes through the internet, right? And people know that they need to protect themselves, so they put antivirus, or they're not like downloading from sites that are known to be problematic and so on. And whoever does, so he knows that there's a good chance that he will get a virus in his computer, and he needs to do backup, and sometimes he needs to restore the system, and that's fine. People got used to that. We live with that reality that there is man-made computer viruses, right? Obviously, it's very different because the worst thing that can happen is that your system, your computer can crash. Here you're talking about the life of people, so it's much more severe. But the fact is that we need to protect ourselves. So if that's the conclusion, that we need to protect ourselves, so we need to protect ourselves anyhow. Even if it was not man-made, we need to protect ourselves. So whatever it is that you do to protect yourself, if it is man-made or not man-made, anyhow you need to do those protections, right? Now, my point, my view is different. Okay, for me, there's no difference if it went through man-made or not. Meaning, I know that it's coming from Hashem. Why? Because everything is coming from Hashem. There's no other source. Everything is coming from Hashem, right? So, what exactly is the channel that is come through? Is it coming from the spiritual dimensions? Let's say, for example, certain angels within the world of Asiyah, and then it manifested itself as a virus, just like that, or those angels have planted a certain thought in the mind of someone that is wicked and twisted, and he did it in some kind of a laboratory. Does it make a difference if it went through the mind of someone inside of a laboratory, or just from the spiritual it manifested itself into this world as a virus? Does it make a difference? No. We need to do the protection anyhow. Okay? Now, there is the protection that is the physical protection, but that doesn't solve the problem, right? The protection, which is the physical protection, doesn't solve the problem. If you put antivirus on your computer, you can block the attack of the virus on your computer. But it doesn't solve the problem that there is viruses that are going around. Right? What is the source of all of the nature disasters? If it is fires, if it is tornadoes, if it is plagues, if it is whatever it is, yeah, all kinds of different things, global warming, whatever it is, all those different things. What is the reason for that? There is judgments. There is judgments on the world, and those judgments manifest themselves as nature disasters. Okay? The same thing, exactly the same thing as someone that is a private individual that is doing something wrong. So he created a judgment on himself. So, to give a parable for that, it's in the spiritual realms, is like he's holding a sign saying, hit me, punch me. Yeah? That's what it means, judgment. He made himself to be vulnerable. He needs to get hit. It's just a matter of time who will give him that punch. If he will fall by himself, or someone else will throw an egg on him in a good case, or a block in the worst case. It's just a matter of time that he will get hit somehow. Why? Because he did something wrong, and you have judgment on him. So somehow he will have to get this suffering that is equal to the wrong thing that he did. Okay? So the same thing that it works in the private domain of individual, it's also in the global domain of the humanity. So when there is all kinds of wrong things that are going on in the world, so it creates judgments on the world. And then when it comes to a certain point that it breaks down on us, so then everybody are suffering. Okay? There is unique people that they're not suffering, but generally most of the people are suffering. If it's financial, if it's physical, if it's emotional, whatever it is, most of the people are in all kinds of different levels of suffering. Why? Again, because there is judgments. Okay? So instead of, we need to also to do the protections, we need also to put the antivirus. So if it is about like going with a mask around, or if it is like avoiding to go to parties, whatever it is, we need to do also the practical protections. But again, that doesn't solve the problem. What is solving the problem is to remove the judgments. Okay? How do we remove judgments? So there's many things. Okay? There's many things. The first thing is to do tshuva, to repent, right? Not to keep on doing wrong things that will create more judgments. Okay? Obviously, there is some people that are not aware of that. Some people that are aware of that, but it's too hard for them to stop doing wrong things. And so on and so forth. There's many levels in that. But at least in our understanding, okay, so if somebody wants to put some signs on the walls, so instead of saying on those signs, wake up, people! The communists, the these, the those, the New World Order, these, that, they're doing the wrong things, yeah, and they planted this virus or the, what we need to write on those signs is, wake up, people! Do tshuva, connect to Hashem, right? If we do tshuva, if we connect to Hashem, we stop doing wrong things, we stop creating judgments. We are neutralizing the judgments that are already there, and everything goes nice and cozy, no problem, right? Everything will be positive. All the negativity, if it is natural or human negativity, that doesn't matter. It's the same thing for me. It getting the nourishment from those judgments. So the moment that we are doing the right things and connecting to Hashem, so we are minimizing the judgments, so there will not be nourishment for those different things. Human or not human, doesn't matter. For me, it's the same thing. For me, there's no difference. If it goes through people or just happens like nature. What is nature? People is nature, it's the same thing. Anyhow, yeah, definitely my bottom line is connect to Hashem, trust Hashem, do good, remove yourself from evil, and the world will be definitely much better place for everybody. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'Amen.